I'm Tauren Wells with the band Royal Tailor. When I was a little kid, 4 or 5 years old, my parents decided that they were going to separate. As a little kid, didn't really understand the implications of that. As time went on, my mom and I would move back in with my dad, and then we would move back out, we'd move back in, and it was always just kind of this roller coaster of emotion and stuff like that. When I was 9, my dad had me go to church, and this was kind of a new thing. I had been before, my mom and I went, but it was never like a super serious thing. It wasn't, we weren't one of those families that went to church, you know, so my dad wanted me to go to church. He wanted me to go on Sunday mornings to Sunday school, which he didn't even go to. And I was kind of just, as a 9-year-old, like, okay, you know, what's going on here? I guess I'll go if you really want me to. I'd rather be playing hockey out in the street with my friends, but okay, I'll go. And I ended up going, and I kept going, and I kept going, and I really fell in love with God, and I fell in love with the people, and I fell in love with church. And when I was 10, I got to go to a youth camp in Michigan, and that summer was unlike any summer before. God completely changed my life. He filled me with His Spirit at 10 years old, and it changed the whole trajectory of my life. That same year, I got to sing a solo in the kids choir, and that was kind of my entry point into music as well. Also, God was putting these difficult pieces, difficult moments in my life that were difficult for me to navigate through, and using them to set me up for success. I had to make some difficult decisions too on who I was going to hang with, who I was going to be with. I had to make decisions to put myself around people that weren't going to be detrimental to my faith, that weren't going to try and pull me away from what I felt God was calling me to do. I had an awesome pastor, I had an awesome student pastor that were very influential in my life. But I had to make the decision as a teenager to give them the ability to speak into my life, even when they would be telling me things that I didn't necessarily want to hear. Well, you may not want to hang out with those people. You may want to think differently about this situation. And it was those relationships and those decisions that ultimately opened up my opportunity to serve people through music and through art. That's something that you can't put a price tag on, and I hope that that's something that translates to you today, and that you would deposit that in your heart. Guard your relationships and guard your decisions. I'm Tauren Wells with the band Royal Tailor, and I have been ransomed.